All right, we're back, and we're here with Doctor LaTonya Taliferro. She thought I was gonna mess it up.
Live on it.
I like to call it whatever. Go ahead. LaTonya, Dr. LaTonya Taliferro is a doctor of cosmetology, correct? And you are on the board of. Go ahead and tell. Just let everybody know what you do. What you got going on, LaTonya?
I am LaTonya Taliferro. I am the Dean of Beyond Beauty Academy. I am the Vice President of the Virginia Hampton Road Professional Beauty Technicians, and I am on the board of Virginia State Beautician Association.
Okay. That's a lot of things you own.
Yes.
And you own the school?
Yes, and I'm on Team Basic.
Team Basic.
Team Basic. All right. Okay. LaTonya, from a perspective of people in the industry that are just, they didn't even know you can become a doctor in this, and meaning that's another level of this that you can reach. What would be the benefits of going that direction?
To be an educator, to inspire up and coming cosmetologists and barbers and nail techs and massage therapists. You can have a degree in this field, in your field, as like a doctor. We can prescribe every regimen that's possible for your skills.
Oh, for real? Okay, so using that in what you're doing now with basic, how do you feel like it's working for you and basic hair care products?
Well, it's working wonderful. I feel that because before I got my degree, I was using basics. What it did was made me look more in detail of the product, what the product had to offer, and the information of the education that I have received made me more stronger in my field. So now I know a little bit more because I believe in continual education.
Okay. Now, if a client was here, and you know how we got these stories of how clients are talking about what stylists are doing, and if we had a forum to be able to speak back to them, what would be one or two things that you would want them to know that us as stylists feel and say and talk to amongst each other about, and what would you have as a solution? What was this one thing that maybe gets under your skin?
When the client feel that we don't care and we overbook and we don't really care about what they're getting, we think them just $1, like they're $1 amount.
Okay.
I want them to know that we do care, and we don't look at you as a dollar amount. We do care about your hair care, how healthy your hair is, and we don't try to overbook our clients. It's just that if the clients come on time, they can leave on time.
Okay. Now, do you believe there are stylists that overbook though?
Yes.
Okay. So, but you're saying you don't.
I don't.
Okay. But in this industry, because there are people that do, and I used to be one of them. I used to overbook, and I overbooked out of fear. I overbooked out of being afraid not to get the money, or more so, I was afraid to say no. I just had a problem with saying no. You can't. And so, with that said, thinking that they would understand without me having to say anything, they never really did, because they had their mindset on the things that they had to do that day and how long they thought they would be in there without any discussion with me. They just had that thought. So what I'm doing is to make sure that clients do understand that we be thinking a totally different way than them on the phone when they're calling to make an appointment. we be thinking about what the business is going to do right then, and how many clients we already have. Well, what they be thinking about is all the things that they got to do that day, and then once they squeeze that appointment in there, knowing that that appointment cannot get them out in time to do whatever they are trying to do. So, with that said, what would be your advice on making those type of decisions on that end?
Well, first, if it was my client, I would have to assess what are we doing today. If you tell me that I need my hair colored, and I know that my coloring treatment is going to come with color and a treatment, because I just don't color. I'm going to treat the hair, and then I'm going to style the hair. How much time that's going to take? I ask my clients to make sure they allot that time for that. So that means I'm going to be on time, you're going to be on time, and we're going to allot that time for you, because I value all my clients as my number one priority.
Okay.
So with that being said, sometimes if you're in a rush and you don't want that pampering experience, you might not want to come that day.
Okay.
You might want to reschedule.
Okay.
Or come on a day that you have that time to be able to relax and have that pampering experience. I don't do express, and they don't want express. And I want them to understand I value you like I value the next client. So all y'all get the same amount of time. I like the same amount. Or some may have to have a little bit more time than others. So if you're in a rush and you're looking for express, you may need to find another stylist. Or, I'm just saying, or work with me. Or don't book anything that day, because you want the very best. I want to give you the very best. You want to get that superb shampoo. You want to get that superb treatment, that pampering touch. You know the women come and they want to get their hair done and they want that pampering touch from you.
Right,
so they
right.
want your undivided attention.
Right.
Even though they got somewhere to be.
Right.
So that means they need to come on time. Get that pampering time.
You keep saying that all the time. No.
On the allotment.
That all the time.
On the allotment, because things happen. I'm not saying that a stylist doesn't fall late, because they do. And not saying that the client may be late, because they do. Just know that if you're late, let's try on both parts to be kind of understanding. Not just, I'm understanding only because it's my time, but I want you to know I value your time and you value mine.
Okay.
So that we can come in agreements, so everybody leaves out happy with a smile on their face.
Okay. Now that don't always happen though, correct?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't always happen. Realistically, sometimes you're going to always want 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20. You may have a client that feel that they're in a rush and that nothing is right, but sometimes it's not always us, and sometimes it's not always them.
Right.
It could be a mixture of both.
Right. Right.
So that when you see that happening, somebody has to come by and gel it to make it right.
Okay. Now some of these apps that's out here that help people have appointment setting online, I feel like it helped me because I had that problem saying no. Now it's available for them to go up there and make the appointments. I just had to figure out how much time to allot per service, and that took some tweaking. But one of my issues have always been the ones that will still call and want to get fit in, and you have done it before, and then when you had the mentality I had about fit in means you get fit in wherever I get you, and you understand that, and you come back, you're gonna be there for a minute. But what I've been finding out is even when you fit them in and they don't have that understanding, they still expect to get out in the time frame that they have in their mind, and will talk about you out of this with the ability of adding more of a negative complaint about you, saying things like, yeah, he had me in there all day. He had me in there all day. And to me, it's just an exaggeration anyway to say all day when your service time, whatever time it took to do, especially with the way it's being booked now, But for a fit-in, a person that's getting fit-in, I found out that they're normally late. If you tell them to come now means something else. Now means whenever they get out the house.
A fit-in is what it is called.
Yeah.
A fit-in.
Right, but they don't think of it like that.
Fit-in.
So, yeah, that's a good one. Say that again.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah, if you want to be a fit-in.
If you want to be a fit-in,
So
but you cannot be on an expressway and think you're going to get fit in and getting out.
Right.
You can't jump ahead of the line.
Right.
Wait your turn.
Right. Right. Now, and I may say this question for the next team member, but what I want to bring out in this is that we need to tell our side of the story, but we need to give the people a solution. And my solution is twofold. It is, I tell them, you can come in, you can get fit in, but I'm telling you, you're not going to get out in time for anything else you have to do. And I won't allow you to make me responsible for whatever you have to do afterwards, because you called me at the last minute for a fit in.
But I can agree with that. I
Okay.
would do that too. I would say, well, if she told me she has to be out, well, I can't guarantee you're going to be out at that time.
Right.
If that's okay with you, I don't have a problem in taking the appointment.
Right.
But if you expect me to allow you to get out by this time, there's no way, because I'm full for the day.
Right.
But I will do the best that I can do.
Right.
And as long as we can both be in agreements, no one is upset, and everybody's happy, I'll be happy to take you today.
Well, do you think that making sure that they don't have that blame ability on us is more important than I don't want to say it in a negative way, or the facade that we're going to make sure that we are both happy? Because really it's making sure that they understand fit in means what it means.
Right.
And then letting them make the decision to come or not.
When we build a good relationship with our clients, they understand what a fit-in is.
Yeah, right.
If we don't build that relationship, and you are the clients that call every now and then and want us to jump in front of the line, we have to explain that to you. But it's not that we don't care. We just don't want to take that blame that you had somewhere to be. If you make a timely appointment in a timely manner, we will get you out on a timely time.
Right.
That's basically what we could do.
Right.
And at the same time, I'm going to value your time because you're my client. And I want you to be able, for you to get in and go on to your next day. And I'm going to tell you how much time it's going to take me to finish this service, so that if you do plan something, that you have that time.
Right. And that's important. But to give the leeway unto them that say, I had something special to do that day, and whatever, because some people
They do tell
say
you that. They say that all the time.
Yeah.
Every time they got something special. Every
emergency
day,
or what?
it's an emergency. It's a special birthday.
It's a
this is
wedding.
my only day off.
Right.
And I don't want to spend my whole day in the salon.
Right. Now, what I have done is, especially with the special day, get your hair done the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything is out of place, come back the day of for me to fix something, touch it up. That's to me is a perfect plan for anybody that's going through. But that's the hardest thing to get people to do.
Because they don't want to come back after they came the night before. All I can say is sleep, head up, keep your head up, pillow, cut or sleep cute. But if you, because sometimes we can't. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Everything comes up. Just understand that we care. We want you to continue to be beautiful.
Okay, you talking to me or them?
To them.
Okay.
That's what I want them to know. I want
say it to them then.
I want you to know that we care and we want you to come out looking beautiful. But at the same time, we have to both plan our time that you're able to get that 100% full comfort of quality service.
Okay.
And that's no rush job in a quality service.
Right. Yeah. Now, it is people out there that have salons that believe in rush services. And, like I tell anybody, a convenience, it is convenient, But all conveniences, I don't care what you bring up, that's a convenience, has a negative outcome. It always ends up having something that will hurt something else, even though you're going in. Like we got convenience stores, and everything in there is processed that is going to end up hurting your body somewhere down the line. So full of sugars, all types of things. And that's another part we're going to talk about, is the best way to think about retirement is keeping your body healthy enough to work as long as you want to, and still put aside money for retirement. Because most people want to focus on retirement and not realize that retirement, you always thinking about the what if I die theory in this, or what I'm gonna do, or what I'm gonna have for who's left. So retirement is more focused on dying than it is living. And what I want to bring to the table is what we do with ID Life, and that is we bring people into the mindset of having a healthy life, and still can plan for retirement, but plan to live and plan for retirement. And
Exactly.
that's my segue into talking about ID Life. ID Life is an awesome company, and they're basically bringing forth a way to have prescribed supplements, individualized supplements for you based on taking an assessment. And the assessment is going across the screen, and that assessment is taken online at hairartistlevon.idlife.com. And when you go up and you take the assessment, and the assessment will tell you what you need to be taking. And please be honest on the assessment too.
Exactly. I was thinking the same
Yeah,
thing.
be honest, because I mean, I said things that I didn't care who knew, because I want to be healthy. So if you withhold things, you're basically just saying I want something else. Also in the caption below, we have fake vitamin companies that were busted. Right on. The Attorney General did an investigation and found out that there are several companies that have been putting nothing but biofillers in pill form and saying it was such and such and such and such, and it wasn't. So to have a company that you can verify and be guaranteed that you're getting what you are paying for, and it's individualized for your body and your health. As a stylist, I think all stylists should be doing this, because we don't eat right. We don't.
No, we don't.
We don't sleep
We
right.
eating hair.
Yeah, we got a lot of protein in us though.
Yeah.
Keratin, that is, and we need something like this, and that's what we want to make sure that we get into the hands of everybody that wants to retire, but live and retire as well. Okay, so you got anything you want to end up saying, Dr. LaTonya Taliferro?
Love your stylist and love your neighbor.
All right, then. Is that a commandment?
That's a commandment. That's a stylist commandment.